Bro, MC Slayer, holy shit. You're crazy, man. The man Zombie Slayer is killing it, bro. I gotta watch this. A world record.
Again, well, Firebase Z is finally here, and so are the high round players. Today I'm bringing you the world's first round. If you've been watching my channel for a few months, then you would know that MC was also the first person to reach round 300 on D Machine and invented the high round strategy where everyone sits in the penthouse that pretty much everyone uses. And you know, they say history tends to repeat itself, and it's true here because MC once again created the high round strategy for Firebase Z, and you'll be happy to know that it's actually way harder than D Machine.
Chat, if you guys want to know how crazy this man is, he made the ray gun strat. He was the first one that popularized it and showed it to Tfue. Now he's shown this one again, and he's in, where is it, like the armory stand next to just like the main thing. You kind of cut, bro. This guy's insane. It's 256 to max. No, you can loop it.
Firstly, I should point out that MC
but the fact
is
that this
playing
is
his game
pre-patch,
before the Ray K upgrades are available or any other things that are unlocked when the Easter egg becomes available. So high round.
Chat, are there no Ray K upgrades? Is there only just the one version that I had? I don't think there are any upgrades. If there were, they aren't a part of the Easter egg.
This could potentially look way different in only a few days' time. With
that
said, though, let's begin talking about some high rounds. So MC started immediately after getting the world's first round 100 and dying in his first game on the map. The early game for this is entirely based around getting the Ray K Wonder Weapon, which can be done by getting it from the mystery box, building it, completing trials, or sending pictures of your penis to Treyarch. Only 3 out of 4 of those is correct, and I'll let you guys figure out which ones those are. Anyway, so once MC got the Ray K, he opened up the rest of the map besides the back door to the weapons lab. This is because from here on out, his strategy is going to revolve around that room. But before you can understand the strategy, though, you have to understand the Ray K Wonder Weapon itself. If you've ever played Gorod Curvy, the Ray K is similar to the Ray Gun Mark III because they both have 2 distinctive modes. The first mode is where you have a fully automatic shooter, and then the second one is where it shoots out a weak bomb that becomes stronger when shot by the fully automatic first version of the gun. With the Ray K, and because zombies on Cold War stop gaining health before round 40, the bomb and the fully automatic mode are both super powerful. I really do have to say, the Ray K is probably one of my favorite wonder weapons in quite a long time. I'm actually really enjoying this combination. But a few other distinctive differences between Firebase Z and D Machine is that Firebase does not have super spinners, but has way more boss zombies than D Machine did. For the high round strategy itself, now that you know everything about the Ray K, MC would jam himself right next to this.
More than one Ray K? Does anyone know? Because if you can, then I could imagine that a duo co-op world record would be pretty easy to get.
Window in the weapons lab.
I could imagine
at the start of a round, ideally a ring of fire would be used to kill zombies coming in through the front door, and the fire would kill the zombies coming out of the window next to you. Once the ring of fire ran out,
I like the way that he's
like bomb side of the Ray K, shoot that, and then detonate it with the fully automatic version, and it would just kill zombies by exploding the bomb in the general radius. This is actually really effective, and if you haven't used it yet, it's really honestly quite surprisingly good, but also dangerous at the same time because the bomb disappears if it's not detonated within roughly 5 seconds of you shooting it. This can lead to some sticky situations because if you've got 3 mimic bosses, 2 manglers, and 20 zombies standing in your face without any protection, and you have to reload right after shooting the bomb, then that's really not going to end very well for you. So you have that combined with obviously this being a brand new strategy led to quite a lot of downs for MC. But I haven't even mentioned the Ray K splash damage yet, and that takes things to a whole nother level. Yeah, so the Ray K actually does deal splash damage surprisingly enough. It happens if you shoot zombies too close to you, and because the gun shoots so quickly, it almost appears as if you hit a death barrier at times because it deals 75 damage per shot to you. And with this strategy, zombies are in your face quite literally all the time. You basically have no downtime from a zombie being
Honestly, chat, you could do the OPC strategy, but it's like you literally can't fucking see. Well, you can't do that shit literally until the last step of the Easter egg. I think the OPC strategy would be a little bit safer because there's no windows in the OPC, but you could sit up there and jump off the railings
directly in front of you at any given time. So that asks a few questions in and of itself. Like, if this strategy is so dangerous, then why would MC use it when he could just use a ton of other strategies that are way safer, like the one that I talked about in my video yesterday that you should totally go and
that's
watch.
the one I checked out.
To answer the question, he uses it simply because it's the fastest strategy that he can use while not game overing at the same time, and he's choosing quicker rounds over having a flawless game. There is one faster strategy, but it's really dangerous and you basically can't play it for more than a few rounds at any given time, and he'd probably game over. But with this strategy right here, it's a combination of dangerous but also quick at the same time. Obviously though, over time this strategy is going to progress and the rounds are going to get higher and the downs will just keep going lower. But considering the Firebase Z is only 1 day old, this round's really impressive. I mean, this is round 300 in 1 day. But when MC does take it down though, he throws a decoy grenade.
It took like 2 weeks for people to get to round 400 on D Machine. You have no escape route though. On the OPC you do, but there you don't. If you just die, you're done. Like he has to run decoys, as you can see there.
To go leave the weapons lab, runs to the crafting table in the helipad, runs for his perks, and uses another decoy grenade to leave the spawn area. So unless something really bad happens, it's a pretty, safe way of doing things, and you'll always have your decoy grenades being replenished from pretty much just having zombies in your face all the time and then just dropping stuff. But those downs will happen quite a lot over the course of the game, and MC does have quite a lot of downs. I'm not sure how many there are, but it's quite a lot. One advantage this map does have over D Machine though is that ammo runs are no longer necessary mid-round though. That's because the special zombies like the Mimic and the Mangor drop a few magazines of ammo when you kill them, and because you kill quite a lot of them every round and they'll be coming out through the window as well, you'll be replenishing your ammo enough that the ammo box runs aren't necessary. And if you're wondering how the bosses die and how he's killing them, if they're literally just spawning in directly in front of him in this window, like how does he deal enough damage? Basically, when the Ring of Fire is active and you're using the Ray K, they really aren't much of a threat to you at all. Especially when the Ray K is using its bomb effect, because that actually slows zombies down like the Ray Gun Mark III did. So they're not much of a danger other than when the bomb fails or the Mangor knocks down a horde of zombies with his gauntlet. And if MC is using this dangerous strategy to try to get quicker rounds and just trying to get through as many rounds as quickly as he can, how fast actually is he playing? Well, Firebase Z is generally considered slower than D Machine right now. Round 300 took him roughly 14.5 hours of playtime, while on D Machine, a round 300 these days could take 11 to 12 hours for most world record players. But given it a few weeks to maybe a month, this will probably end up being quicker than D Machine, especially because of optimizations and less downs and just people knowing what they're doing with the map. So this will probably end up being faster than D Machine actually, which is kind of weird because most people thought that D Machine was incredibly quick and that was basically as fast as we could play zombies, but no, I guess Firebase Z is a little bit faster, or at least it should be in a few weeks. I guess we're gonna have to wait and find out though. Oh, and
honestly, the Ray K is just the Ray Gun Mark IV. That's like, it really is. It's similar to the Mark III, but it's more powerful than the Mark III. It's the Ray Gun Mark IV as far as
something I also haven't mentioned though. MC's game hasn't ended, by the way. I know that I've left that out, but that's on purpose because he's on round 312 right now, and he's actually going to be live streaming more of his game probably when this video goes out. So if you guys do want to go see MC just, continue to break some world records and just go for round 400, maybe 500, whatever he's planning on getting to before his game crashes, I love you so.
Because like 600 is now Cold War Zombies' highest round. So Firebase Z chat, is it gonna pass D Machine? Yes or no in the chat? Honestly, I think not. I don't think so, just because I think honestly the ray gun itself in the Cold War version is better than the Ray K in the Firebase Z version.